Welcome, YouTubers. I got another one for you. These are going to be two clips that I'm going to be playing here. One is by CBS News, which is in the descriptor, and the other one's by News and Nation. Bringing up the fact that I think our President Biden is wanting to get us into war, and I want to show you my reasoning of why I'm thinking that. And let's go watch the video here of CBS News. Could Biden decision on Ukraine weapons be used to start of a world war? All right, let's get into it. Please like and share and subscribe.
A Russian lawmaker saying a move by the Biden administration as it relates to Ukraine risks starting World War III. So here's what's happening. President Joe Biden giving Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky the green light to fire long-range weaponry deep into Russian territory as 11,000 North Korean troops join forces with Russian troops. So the Russian-Ukraine issue likely to be a key focus at the G20 annual summit happening right now. We just got this on tape, Mr. Joe Biden's remarks during the first session. Let's listen in.
Finally, we all have to work to end the conflicts and crises that are ruining progress and food security around the world. Ukraine. The United States strongly supports Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Everyone around this table will not we should as well. And by the way, Russia's brutal invasion of Ukraine led to the highest record food crisis in all history.
So let's bring in CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie Daggett. Charlie, happy Monday to you, my friend. You're live at the Pentagon. So the president really kind of digging in his heels there on Ukraine.
I want to stop this right here. He just made a very, very, very important thing that a lot of Americans are going to miss. Here's someone from the Pentagon. Now, let's hear what he has to say, and I'll tell you why I'm bringing up the Pentagon.
Right.
Yeah, morning, Reed. The Ukrainians have been asking for these weapons for months, and now they've got them. Well, actually, they've had them for a while, but now they get permission to fire them at Russian targets inside Russia. The ATACMS that have been noted.
I'm going to stop that again. Now, he just said that they have given him, speaking of President Zelensky, the permission to use them inside Russia. Let's get going again, and I'll explain why, if they already have these missiles, why do they have to give permission? And I'll explain that in the next video. Let's continue on.
This announcement comes out of the White House, by the way, not the Pentagon. Ultimately, they have a range of 190 miles. Now, there are other versions that fly shorter distances that release cluster bombs, and those have been used on the battlefields of Ukraine. But these are weapons that can fire inside Russia itself. So it means they're an effective standoff weapon because they're able to penetrate targets behind enemy lines. Now, where we're sort of being hinted, the words they're using is it's expected that these weapons will be used in that Kursk area, where we know there are 50,000 Russian soldiers there, 10,000 North Korean soldiers among them. And that's why we get the sense that they're going to be deployed there. They're not limited to be deployed there, but that's the sense of where these weapons will be headed first.
Talk to us about the capability.
By the way, I just need to add, this isn't direct. Yeah. So this is a direct response to the North Koreans because that's the way the White House and others. These are the policymakers, right? This is the delivery system. Policymakers come from the top. It's the North Koreans that escalated it. Now, in terms of its capabilities, yes, they're not going to go into how many ATACMS that they have. There are operational security issues surrounding that, and then also around how many the United States has stockpiled or in its supplies. But they will be judicious. They can't just be firing them off in any direction. We know for...
They can't be firing them off for any direction. Yeah, that's a true statement.
Fact, or at least the intelligence is suggesting that the Russians had pulled back some of their targets to be out of the range of these ATACMS anyway, sort of in expecting that these would eventually be deployed. And the Ukrainians have been very good at developing their drone warfare in traveling further distances. But yes, as I said, on that battlefield around that Kursk area, taking out supply line.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop that one on that clip. If you want to watch it, the rest of it's in the descriptor. Let's move on over to the News Nation here. You can't simply walk away from Russia. Ukraine conflict with General Clark.
Bring in the retired four-star general Wesley Clark, the former NATO Supreme Allied Commander, joining us now on the same question we started with Kelly on the kind of the timing of all of this and why now on the way out from President Biden. What do you think?
I think because of
Let's skip up all that. I think it's maybe in here.
Late date. We don't know how many of them are. They're going to be still under the restriction of the Pentagon because the Pentagon has to do the detailed targeting information for the weapons to be able to fire accurately.
Did you guys catch that? You want me to play it again? The Pentagon has control of the targeting. That means that the Pentagon is the ones directing these missiles.
This late date, we don't know how many of them are. They're going to be still under the restriction of the Pentagon because the Pentagon has to do the detailed targeting information for the weapons to be able to fire accurately. Look, this is not a war-winning policy. It's just a matter of sort of keeping it going. I was in New York a few weeks ago, as the Ukrainians told me they've got more than 50,000 young people and not so young people waiting for prostheses because their arms and legs have been blown off by Russian artillery.
All right, I'm not going to sit there. If you want to see that clip, you can go to News Nation and watch that. All you do is do a search for "You Can't Simply Walk Away from Russia," Ukraine conflict by General Clark. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this. I think we're getting pretty close to World War III, and I pray to God that our President Joe Biden doesn't get us into that, because he's sure walking, in my opinion, he is walking a very close, thin line there. All right, folks, please subscribe, share this video if you like, and leave me any comments. It's open for quorum. I always answer any comments that you make or questions you have in my comment section. Just make a comment in this video. All right, have a great night. Pleasant dreams. We'll see you on the next one. And God bless America.